What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tablestory Spark of Eternity. How's it going? Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing today? Why do I have Locke and Lucky switched? I don't know.
Hi guys, I'm Zagoticus. I can't do a Scottish accent, so we're just gonna
give it your best try.
It's because when I've got the studio mode enabled,
I'm Zagoticus.
It's because when I've got the studio mode enabled, your names are so small, so it just looks the same because you both have an L and a K in there. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
There was I had to do a lot of production stuff before the stream because Katie's not going to be joining us today, and I was. What's that?
Katie's camera's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie, can you like restart your?
She's had a short circuit in her brain. She's just going to be stuck that way for the entire show.
That's good.
Yeah. So let me fix the camera here. But welcome to the show, everybody. How's it going today? How's everybody doing? How's your Sunday treating you? Is everybody doing good today?
I just woke up, feeling pretty good.
Just woke up.
You know what? I'm done school right now, so like I've been sleeping like 12 hours a night.
Ugh.
Nice.
I can't do it.
Oh.
Eight is like my very maximum.
Well, I'm gonna have to like start getting up at a normal hour now. Like I gotta get back on track, do the things. But it's been good. Can't complain.
I'm not too bad, but my streaming PC broke, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's extremely annoying. So if we hear any weird stuff coming out of Peachy today, I mean, that's just the way that he is.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming, and it's still cut deep.
All right, there we go. Cams are better now. Yeah, so welcome to the show, everybody. If you guys have never seen Spark of Eternity before, this is a homebrew D&D 5th edition show that is in a setting called Talanis, a setting that was created by myself, players, and community over the course of a decent period of time. And in the last episode, the players were resolving a quest to save a villager by the name of Esham, who had gone off and encountered some giants. He was captured by some giants. They managed to slay the giants, get Esham back, bring him back to the village, and mostly all is well. But there have been some sort of group hostilities going around, some worries around the group between the brother and sister pair of Lucky and Locke, and just some sort of general concerns, as well as running into an old, I guess an old, I don't want to say an acquaintance, it's not even really that, I guess an old...
A person from their past.
A person from their past. Yeah, that's really it. From Ophelia, a creepy, apparently druidic guy that lived out in the woods with a sort of speech impediment and disfigurement on his face, and a sort of inability to communicate. Managed to help out the group with the giants. Keep Ophelia safe, and
He was a nice guy.
seemed like a misunderstood individual. But why don't we go around the room? Let's introduce our players today. Katie's not going to be joining us today. She is visiting some family for the holidays. So why don't we start with Mac? Why don't you start us off, please?
I am Aquinas. I am playing Ophelia. She is a sorcerer tiefling, and we're level 6. Excited. Whatever I can do. But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/Maquinas. I'll be streaming some more Smash and Pokemon. That's the plan, and then have some time for holidays off because I really need some time where I don't do anything for once. 'Cause I don't.
Okay, thank you, Mac.
Speaking of needing free time,
Vandy.
Well, now that I have some. Hi guys, I'm Vandy. I am playing Lucky, the human cleric, who we left off at a very, very tense point last episode. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But you can find me at twitch.tv/omgvandy. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for today, man. It's gonna be a really interesting episode.
We might learn some things. We might learn some stuffs. Peachy, somebody who will definitely not learn anything about.
I like to put Nutella on my kneecaps.
Hot.
Because he can't eat it anymore.
I just can't eat it. And
Might
you
as-
shouldn't eat it anyway 'cause it's full of palm oil and it's not sustainable the way they do it, alright? Check your palm oil. I play Sir Mosley, not that palm whack, please.
Seems okay to me. I mean,
Why are you like this? I play Sir Mosley Chapelmound. He is a little bit of a douche, but he's, you know, he's got good intentions, mostly. Well, mostly. And a horse called Katie.
Mostly.
And a boy called Scott. And a girl called Caroline. And I think we should talk to them today, for sure. 'Cause I miss them. I miss them. Don't you miss them, chat? I got nothing else. I peaked at the Nutella, to be honest. I'm sorry.
It's all downhill from there.
Man, you want Nutella that badly?
I like chocolate, but I can't eat it because I'll get fat.
Zagonicus, if you could go next, that'd be great. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Zgodicus. I play Locke the Tiefling Warlock. He's a Tiefling, but his twin sister's a human, and we kind of found out some of how that came about at the end of last episode. So, yeah. Well, and then we also found out that it's not the first time Locke's been reckless and not listened and all the rest of it, and that Lucky might be getting sick of his shit. We'll see what happens.
Slightly. I'm Wacksteven, and I will be your GM of Doom today, your DM of Doom today, since it's D&D, I guess. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Please make sure you follow all these wonderful people if you have not done so already. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime, use it! For fuck's sake, just use your Twitch Prime! If you have Amazon Prime, link it up to your Twitch Prime. Make the connection. Make them happy. That's what they're there for. Just join them up and get yourself some emotes. Make it happen. Yeah. So I think we're gonna start the session off today with you guys sort of returning Esham back to town and the hunter's hut and whatnot. You head to the Village of Foxden with Esham in tow. He's been very thankful and appreciative the whole way back, in a sort of stark, I guess, contrast to what you were dealing with before, which was a sort of very sort of, I guess, angsty, for lack of a better word, kind of a person before he was sort of humbled by the giants and captured and beaten. We start the session today with you guys, I think, at the hunter's hut. Whoa, that's a lot of gift subs. Thank you there. You've dropped him off. The rain is still like coming down. It's brutal and cold, and it's just like that super cold rain that always manages to find the back of your neck, you return Esham to the hunter's hut. You can see that what's his name was there as well.
Gualos.
Yes. Gualos sort of helps take in Esham and says, Esham, I told you that this would be too much for you. Are you all right? I'm safe. They brought me back. They saved me. I'm sorry. Good. At least you have earned some humility. Thank you very much for returning Esham. He's a bit pig-headed sometimes, but he's a very valuable member of the village. And with the winter coming, we'll need all the help we can get to provide fuel for everyone's fire for the upcoming months. It's already brutally cold out. You've all done very well. Thank you. If you speak to speak to Sagrif, I'm sure he'll be very appreciative of your clearing out of these giants. Thank you for bringing Esham back.
Yes, Esham, far more important you stay here and stay safe and keep everyone fed. No?
Yes, now that the giants are gone, I'm sure we'll have an easier time hunting. At least for the goats.
And
Are
if
we
they
all
come
there?
back, maybe you should contact someone whose job it is. Your job is different, but equally as important, kind of.
But how do we know that's all of them? I mean, couldn't there be way more giants? It wasn't like I'm the leader and now nobody's returning type giant. Maybe, I don't know.
It's best to be careful anyway. There may be
More like that big one
Other-
last time.
Do
there
I
may
know
be
that
other
they
things.
hang around in like gangs, like run by a leader?
I think I think Locke was the one that rolled pretty well on that.
quite
On
well.
what?
Yeah, I
The
think it was
giant
mostly-
roll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was
yeah.
it you? Okay, so yeah, the giants aren't necessarily prone to. They usually live by the sort of code of biggest, strongest is in charge. That's
Okay,
kind
it's
of
like a backup rules almost, and if their leader is defeated by someone, then
yeah. Biggest and strongest is the person that's in charge generally. They don't necessarily have to be in packs. I mean, some of them prefer to be solitary. It depends. If there's somebody that's big and strong enough to lead them, then they can form a sort of significant force.
okay, yeah.
It is possible that there could be more, but we did kill their biggest.
Yes, as you can see, make gesture to the head of the big one. So
Don't worry, it's not a penis.
there may be other dangers though. With this being a fairly new settlement, sometimes it can draw the wrong attention. So always go out with the utmost care.
Yes, of course. I mean, we'll be on the lookout, as we normally are. We generally go out and do these hunts early in the day. This is the time when we've usually gotten things ready to send to the tanner and the butcher and whatnot. We're very appreciative. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we'll be on our way. If you see anything strange at all, just do let the guild know or the baron.
Esham says, Wait a moment. Please. He sort of like rushes into the hunter's hut. He says, Esham, shouldn't be keeping these people waiting. What's going on? Just give me a moment. Maybe a minute later, he comes back. He's holding something, and he says, "This has been in my family for for some time. It's very helpful when I go out on hunts, but I want you to have it as a token of appreciation. I'm sure that you'll find a good use for it, and well, here. He hands you over what looks like a sort of a medium-sized bag.
You don't have to.
It's not a regular bag. It's very special. It's magical.
Well, I'm not one to turn down a gift.
Do I recognize what it is?
Oh, did you come with it? I thought you stormed off ahead.
I'm a little bit
Lurking.
I'm off to the side.
Okay.
But at the mention of a magical item, I kind of like look over.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it is too.
You guys can roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh wow, we both rolled
Wow,
super
the high
well.
rolls to start. Okay, 21 natural from Lucky and 22 from Ophelia. You sort of put two and two together. You guys have heard of this object before. It's a bag of holding.
I've literally never had an actual bag of holding in any game ever. It has never actually existed.
I have the same.
I have to say the same actually.
Same. Well, thank you. We'll make sure to make good use of it.
I'm gonna
And,
take it out of your hands.
It doesn't look like anything special, but at the mention of a sort of magical bag, I think all of your mind, Ophelia, your mind and Lucky's mind start working. And it looks like it looks a bit ramshackle. It doesn't look like anything special. It sort of looks like a sack, like a sort of sack-like bag. Doesn't even look like a backpack.
Like just like a, how do you call this? A knapsack or
A knapsack? Yeah,
Knapsack?
yeah. It
Yeah.
basically has like a tie through the top portion of it. It's a bit like beaten up looking. It's a bit stained in some places. It looks kind of like a leather bag.
Very generous of you. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you
be taking our leave.
Thank you again.
Don't do
And,
it again.
Also, do you think, Lucky, if they know anything about the rings?
I don't know. I don't care. I am leaving. I am taking this bag because clearly my brother can't be trusted with it. So
What happened?
you guys can do whatever you want. But I'm going back and I'm going to take a nap. And I'm gonna storm off.
Have a good nap. Bye. What? Look.
Thank you, Asham. Hopefully we don't have to run into you for business again. And good luck with your hunts. And thank you for the gift.
Yeah, Preda. You just hear Preda mention something in the background, like, "Is it going to catch fire? It's magic, right?"
As
Kill
we
all
walk
the magic users.
We should report back to the guild and
She's like
to the
slinking
Baron.
behind a tree, trying to peek around.
As we walk out, I'm going to put my arm around Locke and sort of guide him just a little bit away from Ophelia. Woman troubles, eh?
I guess you could say that.
It's always
Relationship.
harder when they're related.
Yes, well, Lucky
Let
and
me
I.
give you a few tips, young man. Flowers. Sweetmeats. They love it. Cheer 'em right up. Get that little missy with a spring in her step. No time at all. Promise you.
I look around at all the snow on the ground.
It's not snow; it's raining, so it's
It's raining. Okay.
yeah, it's a gross gray mess of snow.
Yeah, it's not really the season for flowers, though, is it?
What about poinsettias?
I appreciate the advice, Mosley.
Well,
can I hear their conversation? Because like I'm trying to listen in.
away from you.
Yeah, I know, but like I still like I try to listen in on purpose.
Give me a perception check, Ophelia.
A young child being nosy? Never.
That's a natural
I can
20.
hear them.
You guys are rolling these crits for the least important things ever.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk towards. Gonna see. Well, listen, mostly, I have been explained that they can do a special hug.
Where did you come from?
Well, I mean, I heard you talking, but like,
It was a private conversation with
have
a very
been-
good friend, Locke.
I've been thought that like special hugs can happen if people like each other, but because
Oh, no. That's not...
but Locke and Lucky cannot do a special hug. I think it was
They're
because of the
brothers.
family.
sisters. They're not... They're brother and sister. That's... You don't do a special hug to a brother or sister unless they are very, very rich and have a lot of land.
Wait, I thought you were saying that.
Still, maybe just push the beds apart.
Then why did you say that there were women troubles? Why would?
Well, my sister is a woman, but
Well, I get that, but like,
Having
I
trouble.
had a feeling that when Lucky was
Specific
talking to me
women
about all that, you give them flowers and stuff, but that's with the special hug. But how can you then give flowers if you don't do the special hug? I'm
well, you
still
don't.
confused by all of this.
Usually the flowers come before the special hug, but not in this instance.
Yeah. Well,
What does
like
the
I said-
meat have to do with it?
Sweetmeats. You must know what sweetmeats are. She's a child, right? It's chocolate.
What are sweets? Oh, is that really the meaning of sweet meats? Yeah, I was like, nice. Some Wagyu beef. It's like marble.
Some honey jerky. That's what...
Okay, never mind. Why would you give chocolates to your sister? Come on, what is wrong with you?
Well, sometimes the hormonal imbalance just requires a little bit of chocolate.
What is hormonal imbalance? They haven't explained me that yet.
no,
You're not old enough for that yet, I suppose. Where are we
Okay.
going?
We're going to see the Baron since, well, Guildmaster hasn't been around. He's busy with something with Earthy, so we'll go show him the toes and the head, and then I'll try and see if my sister wants to have a chat.
What about that one guy at the woodcutter? Sagrif, are we gonna tell him?
Tell what?
Yeah, yes, we should tell Sagrif. Yes, let's stop by.
That we don't have any giant penises.
Just
Well, I don't
Good.
know if they really like them so much.
Oh, are you hungry again?
A little.
okay.
Well,
Well,
maybe you can feed her mostly.
I knock on Sagrif's on the woodcutter's door.
I need to be 300% louder. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I can. I'm not going to. So you knock on the woodcutter's door. Sagrif is signaled for, and he'll sort of come forth. And he says, "Oh, hello there. Is that Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Killed a very big one.
Well, that's very impressive.
I thought so too.
All right. Well, come in under the rain.
Thank you.
You'll have to excuse the sawdust smell in here. It's a bit. Well, we've got a lot of work to do for the winter and whatnot.
I don't mind the smell.
He's covered in like wood chips, you know, like they're all just sprinkled all over him. He's got it all in his beard, and you know, like he'll keep trying to like blow the sawdust out of his mustache.
So in addition to the head, I pull out 3 toes. We have 3 more, and I think we've total of 9 giants we've taken care of. I think that should be all of them.
9 giants.
One of them was particularly large.
Maybe 7. I lost count at one point, but we killed a lot of giants.
Oh,
How many have you gotten there, Locke?
Oh, well, I already dropped off the other trophies. I have these 3 toes here.
9 giants.
I think there were 7, but one of them was really big, as they already told.
So I think this one counts as 2. I gesture to the head. But a lot of giants anyway, but I think we
That's
think
very
we've got-
impressive. Thank you. I mean, I had only seen the original 2. I didn't. Oh my word. All right. Well, I'll be sure to notify Dan that you did an exemplary job, and well, here's the payment in recompense. Thank you very much for your work. Oh, where's my purse? He's trying to like ruffle through. There's just like wood chips and things flying everywhere as he's looking through his belongings and whatnot. Stuff hung up like on sort of coat racks and hooks for the workers in the place near the door, and finds his purse. Jingles a little bit, counts out some money. Yeah, and for each of you, there are 20 gold pieces.
We already did this last time, right? I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember if you guys added it or not.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
did.
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I'll happily add them again.
so he gives out the money to you, and he says, "Very great work. It's a pleasure to have the finest guild in all of Falaran here in Foxden. Thank you very much. And we'll let you know if there's any other giants about, I suppose."
Yeah, giants, and it's giants will be taken care of, but it's still likely to be unsafe. So have all your woodcutters be on their guard.
All right. We'll focus on trying to keep rather close to the village if we can. We like to avoid knocking down the trees that are immediately close, because in the winter we can try and forage. But we'll try and keep things as safe as we can. Thank you.
Yes, and contact us as soon as you need anything else.
Very well. Have a well. It's a bit it's a bit cold and rainy, but try and enjoy the day as best you can.
I'm going to
Maybe
bed.
give us a day. Maybe a day if there's any more giants.
Give you a day. I don't.
Yes.
Oh, just the rest. We're quite tired. I think he's trying to make a joke, but anyway. Good day to you.
He's making a joke.
That was quite humorous. That would have slayed the third Earl of Montague.
The who?
Right.
The third Earl.
The third?
I feel like the
Earl?
third Earl is like the door closes behind you. You just hear the third Earl. And yeah, you guys head out.
Yeah,
Off
I
to the
think
keep.
I'm just gonna go to the keep and just sleep forever.
Yeah, as we're passing the guild house, if you're tired of here, you should go in and get some rest. We can take care of the rest of it.
Yeah, and you see like wiping my eyes, like I'll go.
and
do
it-
that. And please,
Uh,
please make up with Lucky. I don't like it when you guys are fighting. I mean, your brother and sister.
I could have a word with her if you want, Locke.
No, don't do that. I don't
Just
think.
settle the little lady down.
Leave him alone, okay?
Yeah, no,
Good
I'll.
night. Good night, Bretta. And I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night. Brady, you can go as well if you want. Or you can come with us. It's up to you.
I don't know. Maybe I'll I kind of like this weather. So I'll just okay, bye.
I love always seeing Wack do impressions of other of our characters.
He always nails it as well.
Yeah.
Well, so Mosley, let's go report in to the Baron.
Yes, without those women getting in the way.
Right. Yeah, we head straight up to the keep.
All right. You head to the Iron Keep, home to Baron Randolphus Volpan, and you head up to the keep, and as you go past the guild hall, Ophelia, you head in. Lucky, are you there? Did you
No.
go back to the guild hall? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Ophelia, when you go into the guild hall, as everybody heads off, you can see that Urfi and Dedan are back, and they're having a sort of heated conversation with somebody that looks a bit ostentatious. They are kind of dressed with this sort of very flashy armor. It almost looks like it belongs in the Batman and Robin movie. Like it's got the actual nipples made on the armor, and it's all the abs are carved into the armor and everything. It's very
Is it
shiny.
an asshole though?
I mean, you don't know yet. The armor has a sort of flowing cape behind it. Dedan and Urfi are just saying, Portinaeus, I've had enough. I just want you to get out of my sight for now. We went out of our way to help you, and at this point, I don't want to look at you. Just set up your things, and let's be done with it. And you hear some grumbling as this person wearing this sort of like ostentatious clothing puts their stuff away. The armor's all shiny, this sort of flowing cape, bold and red behind them. And Urfi and Dedan are sort of like talking in the distance. While you guys head up to the keep, Sir Mosley, you see the sight of both Scott and Caroline outside the keep. You can see that for some reason it looks like most of your things are bundled up in a sort of in a wagon, basically, and you can see that Scott is sort of tying up the wagon to Katie.
Scott, doing a little tying there.
Well, actually, no. You had Katie with you. Never mind. So the wagon is basically bundled up, and they see you. They see you sort of coming up the way, and Baron Volpan is outside, and Spicy Sapphire is kind of flittering all about, and she looks like she's kind of. She's having like a stern talking to with Scott. Scott looks a bit panicked, and he's sort of like bowing his head to Baron Volpan, and as you get closer, give me a perception check, both Locke and Sir Mosley. A 7 from Locke. And an 8 from Sir Mosley. Okay. Yeah, you guys have no idea what's going on with this conversation. However, Caroline and Scott, you happen to know that Sir Mosley has been evicted from his place in the tower. You've insisted fervently that Sir Mosley has not had to pay for the stay at the tower, and he's repeated this over and over to you many times, and the Baron sort of shows you the contract that was sent over your way that you signed, that Sir Mosley signed, sort of not paying attention to it, and it's
Love and kisses, Sir Mosley.
yeah, there was the clear print on the contract that staying at the Iron Keep required a payment of 100 gold pieces per month to be paid promptly at the end of the month for maintenance and for other things. The bill that you've insisted that Sir Mosley did not have to pay has not been paid, and the Baron has promptly ordered him evicted from the property. So, Sir Mosley, you see them sort of like talking to the Baron, and Scott's kind of like nodding his head and whatnot, and you head up there.
Where's my... What's going on?
Ah, there he is. Hello, Sir Mosley.
My Baron.
It's good to see you again.
As always, you... What? Hmm?
Oh, you seem to be a bit
lost
confused.
In a cart.
Yes. Unfortunately, because of a lack of payment for the accommodations that were provided for you, as described in the contract, that Shin has, she's sort of shielding with her body from the rain, and she's sort of like holding up, and she's indicating at various points on the contract. The contract that you signed to stay in the keep.
Right.
Lack of payment, unfortunately, will require your...
What's that got to do with me?
That's the document that you signed, sir.
Right. But why am I being evicted?
Because payment was not made, sir.
Well, who's in charge of that? Get them on it right now. Send a messenger.
No. That's none of my business. The only business I have is asking you for the money. It's your responsibility to hire whoever it is that you have to handle your money. I want no part of it.
People to deal with money.
Excellent. Then you can contact them as necessary. It's not my responsibility to contact your people for you, Sir Mosley.
You want the money?
I do, which is why I'm contacting you.
Well, I don't have the money. My people have the money.
Well, then you should probably contact them. In the meantime, I'm sure that you can find humble accommodations with the guild in the Longhouse.
In the can I have a look at this contract?
Shin sort of brings out the contract. She's got a sort of when did they invent the umbrella? I would assume that they have some way of keeping this thing dry. She probably has an umbrella. Let's make it an umbrella. What the hell? It could be a rudimentary cloth umbrella of some kind, sure. And she holds this up, and she says,
Yes, as you can see right here on the contract, sir, the required signatures were here, here, and here. And this is where you signed that you said you would be paying 100 gold pieces per month to remain in the keep. A very, well, frankly, a very fair deal, if I may say so myself.
I thought that was metaphorical.
Why would money be metaphorical?
Well, it's not important. Few thousand gold here, few
That's
thousand
probably
there.
because you might have it. But in this case, we don't. So, unfortunately, the contract is apparently closed in this case.
But my house, my tower.
It's never been your tower, sir.
Well, it was my tower. It's where it's my home.
As you can see, Sir Mosley, these things can be a bit bothersome. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll get back on your feet. No time.
I've never.
The Baron kind of puts an arm over your shoulders and he says, "You know, Sir Mosley, I think, personally, with all the skills at your disposal, you'll be able to recover from this just lickety-split.
Recover.
Maybe you can ask your parents for money."
I usually do. And I look over to the longhouse and just look disgusted.
You see it down the hill for some reason. It just seems like more rain is pouring on that one spot.
Well, if you want to go and get settled in, Sir Mosley, I can take care of the rest of the business here.
Settled in.
Yeah, there should be a spare bed or two in there.
Bed.
You might have to double up. But I'll leave you to it. Thank you for your stay here, Sir Mosley. You have a great day. Thank you very much.
Baron.
Baron Volpan, I
Yes.
have some more gifts for you.
Locke, right? All right, why don't you come on in? Good day, Sir Mosley.
I'll see you later, Sir Mosley. He's a strange one.
I don't like to judge people. Baron Volpan has the supreme fucktard smile on his face. And he's strutting back into the keep, back into the Great Hall. And you sort of are following him in. Says, "So, what you got for me?"
As you requested, giant toes instead. I bring out the 3. And an added bonus of, I pull around the stone giant's head. This fellow.
Okay. That looks like a stone giant to me.
Yeah, apparently.
All right. So this one was leading the others?
Yes, and you should know that he mentioned... He called it the God Kiss, I believe.
The God Kiss.
Yes. And I have some other information that's come to me about the power of the gods and...
Baron Volpan, if I may interject, it's possible that the God Kiss, it may mean a certain, well, the clockwork gemstar, sir, that we found.
Oh. What?
Yes.
And
some other
they
information.
knew about this?
Apparently, yes, and I've heard that others may also be drawn to it and try and take it from here. Expect trouble to come this way.
As I had mentioned previously, Baron, such items are extremely rare and valuable. It's possible that some of these creatures or dark powers may have sensed it when it was activated.
Well, you didn't tell me anything about that. How come that wasn't mentioned? I feel like that's an important thing to mention before we activate some kind of, I don't know, powerful artifact. I feel like that's point number 1, Shin. What happened?
Baron, this is something that hasn't been discovered for a long time. I merely stated what I knew.
Great. Okay, good. Good. So now we have some sort of ancient dark power that knows where the village is and is looking for the clockwork gemstar that we have used in the magical forge that we have created here in the keep.
The first part of that sounds accurate to me, at least. I don't know about a clockwork gemstar, but dark powers that are attracted to here, yes, that's, from my understanding, that's
Great. Good.
accurate.
That's good. 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 That's fine. Okay, Shin, I think we need to focus on the village's defenses, but Baron, we also need to worry about things for the winter. I understand that. We, of course, need food, we need wood, we have to stay warm, and we have to eat. Food, water, defenses. Okay? Make it happen.
Yes, Baron. Yes.
We need a barracks. We need guards. We need towers. We need walls. We need to make this happen.
Yes, Baron. I understand.
Good. If you can think of anything else that might help in regards to this artifact that we found and used, please let me know. If you have any contacts, people that you can reach out to in Falarin or else or in other places, reach out to them. We need to find out all that we can about this. We need all the information that we can get, and we need to prepare ourselves for not only the winter, but possibly worse. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Locke.
I'm sorry I had to be the one to do it, Baron. Well, if there's anything you need, then let me know.
I'm good.
If I hear anything else, I'll let you know.
Spicy
Good night.
Sapphire's like flittering around, and
Hi, Spicy.
she says,
And be sure you check with me first.
Naturally. Good day.
she sort of like, she does like a little salute, like,
Spicy, have you seen my sister? Since you watch a lot.
I have seen your sister before.
Have you seen her today?
I believe earlier today.
In the last hour or so?
No.
Hour or so? Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I head on out of the keep. And I'm gonna head back down to the longhouse. I'm gonna look for Lucky there, first of all.
okay. Once you head outside, you can hear sort of Sir Mosley kind of grumbling, like in the background. You see he's attached Katie to the wagon, and Scott and Caroline are sort of being forced to walk in the rain alongside the wagons. And he's yelling at them. Sort of, you hear all sorts of inappropriate things being yelled out. Probably this is the first time you've heard Sir Mosley like sort of break his noble way of speaking.
What the fuck, Caroline? What the actual fuck?
I'm so sorry, sir.
What are you doing, girl?
I just thought
All
that
fours. Walk on all fours. And you, Scott, don't you laugh at me. I saw that smirk.
What? But
All
Caroline
fours, both of you, now.
Caroline said she would take care of it.
you said you would take care of it.
I didn't. You're a liar.
You're a liar.
You're a liar and a bitch.
Sir Mosley.
You are a bitch, Caroline. And so are you, Scott.
So Sir Mosley is, I guess, is where are you headed, Sir Mosley?
Send you a message.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm curious to see how you're handling things.
Not very well.
Yeah, so Sir Mosley appears not to be headed for the guild hall. Locke, as you're sort of trailing behind him, you see him heading away from the longhouse, and it looks like he's headed out of town.
So Mosley, you might not be too familiar, but this is the guild longhouse here.
And another thing, both your mothers are whores.
Mosley.
Just, I probably can't even hear him. Over
Yeah, he's way off in the distance, and there you see his two servants, like his retainers, like walking on all fours next to the carriage in the mud. Just
Yeah, I just go into the longhouse.
Locke.
Great.
I feel like there's some like slow motion music type situation that happens. It's like the Phoebe Cates coming out of the swimming pool from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That like bum 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 bum. Like you open the door, boom boom boom. As we see an interesting new figure that I don't think you've ever seen before. Ophelia, you recognize this person. Who do we see, Peachy?
You see a man in resplendent golden armor, apparently with the nipples also carved in, and a large billows red cape with like the gold frills and decorative bits on. Got a helmet under my arm. Yeah, kind of. What's the word? Not roguish, not roguish, but you know, elfish. Maybe a little bit of elfish sort of sharp cheekbones going on. But I don't know, I look human. You see Pontineus and Rosen.
I'm like, cause like I'm still like super tired. I'm like, I don't think I'm very awake anymore. I see Pontineus.
Ophelia.
Why are you here?
What? I thought you were dead. Ophelia. I'm gonna run up to Ophelia and I'm gonna get down on one knee and give her a hug. A big old squeezy hug.
Why are you here? I'm still confused. We just
How are
fought giants and now you're here.
How are you still alive? I
Well,
thought you were dead.
no, I fought myself out of it.
Are you? And I just like poke her to make sure she's actually there.
Stop! It tickles.
I'm sorry.
I'm alive.
Surprised. What
What are
doing
you?
in this place?
I mean, I'm part of the guild now. Have you seen Selkie? She's here too. Oh, Selkie! Selkie!
You see like someone's sheets like for their beds kind of like move, and all of a sudden they just come like tumbling off of the bed, and they start moving around. They start running around the floor and whatnot.
Oh, come on, you silly! And I just grab hold of the blanket. You see him like lick a Pontineus, like.
Yep.
I head on over. Oh, Ophelia's a friend of yours.
Well, I'm still a little confused. I think I'm either still asleep, sleepwalking. Maybe I'm sleepwalking, but he's a friend of mine.
Yes, it is quite dreamy. Hi, I'm Locke, a friend of Ophelia's. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Hello. What's that name? Sorry.
Locke.
Locke. I hold my hand out to shake yours.
Oh yeah, I shake your hand. Are you with the guild?
Another tiefling.
Well, there are quite a lot of tieflings here. I'm not alone anymore.
I think you were one of the first tieflings I ever actually met.
Well, we have me. I don't know where Prit is, but she must be somewhere. And we have Locke.
It's very nice to meet you, Locke.
Yes, yes.
But I really have to go sleep now. So you guys have fun together. I'm sure you'll get along. I'm just really tired. And I just like walk to bed.
Hope to see you in the morning, Ophelia.
Ophelia, have you seen Lucky? Ophelia?
I'm like out. Like I'm asleep. Like I was super tired.
Oh.
And Lucky would be...
Oh, Lucky's my twin sister.
Oh, the other tiefling, I see.
It's complicated.
Oh, adopted?
I have to go and find her. We should catch up later.
Yes, of course. I'll probably be taking that bunk over there. Is there a place where everyone eats?
Just whenever you can find the space.
There's a central fire, that is kept with that. What's it called? The everlasting stew or whatever it is. That like stew that's just always going. That they put in a big pot and hang it above the fire, and they just keep throwing shit in there.
Just like food. It's fine.
Yes, whenever you can find space, just down there by the fire, mostly.
I see. Right. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Yes, yes, lovely to meet you too. I'll head to the Dan's, see if he's
Okay.
in his,
Yeah, Urfi is.
or Urfi. if I can see
Urfi's
him.
got her, like, she's got the bunk sort of closest to Dedan's chambers, and you can see she's kind of like putting away some supplies, possibly from a recent trip, away in her footlocker at the foot of the bunk, and sort of pass by. She just kind of nods and she says, "Locke."
Captain, it's good to see you again.
Yes, how are things going?
Well, we killed a lot of giants.
Giants.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Were you investigating that quest from Sagrif?
Yes, and we've taken payment from him already, so that's taken care of.
Excellent.
Have you seen my sister?
Would Urfi have seen you, Lucky?
No.
No, I haven't. I only just gotten back an hour or so ago. Dan and I were assisting Portanaeus.
All right, the Portnaeus. Yes, I just met him. He's quite charming.
She kind of grumbles a little bit and stows away the rest of her belongings, closes the footlocker,
Well, I'll
puts a
leave you
lock
to-
on it.
I'll leave you to get yourself comfortable. I'm glad you got back safely.
Thank you.
I'm gonna head out and see if I can find my sister. I think I'll check down by Mason's Lake first.
Very well. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to start there and then wander around the village, see if I can find her.
All right. You're starting with Mason's Lake. Give me a perception check. Lucky, if you could send me a whisper on Zoom where you are, that would be great.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's bring the map back over. Okay. Sorry, let's fix Sir Mosley here. Okay. So, a 12 from you, Locke. By the way, you guys are rolling with disadvantage because you had gotten exhausted from your thing with the mines, or with the giants, rather, in the cold. So, you head down to Mason's Lake. No sign of her.
Then I'd probably just wander through the village. Since you're at the keep of the Longhouse, so I would maybe wander up the side of the lake. Up here first.
Okay. You're just going to kind of circle the lake?
Yeah, and then if she's not there, then I'll head over towards the mines, and then if I can't find her, then I'll...
Okay. Give me just a regular athletics check. As you wander around, I just kind of want to see how you're making time here. Okay, 17. Yeah, you're sort of looking around, maybe a bit worried about Lucky in general, so you're sort of double timing it. You search all around the lake. And I'm sorry, where did you say we're heading next?
Kind of through the ruined area.
Okay. So as you head through the ruined area of the town, go ahead and make me another perception check. A 5. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be calling out for her as well. It counts for everything.
Okay. In the ruined area, you don't really notice very much.
Then I would just check in at the ore processing.
Okay.
And just see if anyone there has seen her around the area.
Sure. You head to the ore processing area, and you see Orgrid working away. The sort of newly completed building. She's sort of testing out like a mine cart to sort of wheel along the tracks. One that's obviously been refurbished from an old mine cart. Probably some like new wheels or something placed on there. The miners have started to like put it onto the track and are trying to sort of get it going and making sure that it moves smoothly. You see her there, and she says,
All right, you need to put your back into it. No, like this. It's a bit rusty. Do we have any oil? Come on, put your backs into it. We're gonna load this down with ore.
Orgrid, I don't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Hi.
Can't you see? I'm trying to do some work. Why are you sneaking up on me? You great. Oh, hello.
Hi. I was wondering if you'd maybe
Hello.
Hi. Wondering if you'd seen my sister. She I know she sometimes comes by here to pick up ore for her smithing.
Oh, your sister. Well, it might be best to let her be for a little while.
I'd really like to speak to her.
She seems a wee bit upset.
Yes, that might have been my doing. Yes, I made a mistake.
Aye, most men do.
Yeah. Do you know where she is? I'd like to speak to her.
I might.
Well, I'd appreciate it very much if you would, you'd let me know. I need to...
What's in it for me?
Well, I'd very much like it if I could, make my sister happy. I do like to make people happy. It's very rewarding for me.
Oh, is it?
Very much so.
I still haven't heard any good suggestions.
Well, I'm quite busy with, killing giants and such. It's, keeping me, quite busy. But when I find time...
Oh,
I'm
and
sure
I'm
we-
so busy doing all my work here, running the ore processing center and dealing with labor problems and trying to sort through all this ore.
Yeah, it sounds like we both
It's a
need a break, really.
Difficult life. If only there was something to make the time just pass a little bit easier.
Yes. Yeah, I've been trying to find some good drink. Perhaps we could find it together. What do you think?
Oh, I think that might be very nice.
Yeah. Well, let me know where my sister is, and I'll chase up the few leads I have. And,
Oh, she's in
we
the
can,
mine.
Okay. Then, wait, she's in the mine?
Right. Can't you hear her screaming and banging away?
You probably. It sounds. It sounds. Yeah. It sounds. I mean, it just sounds like furious mining. It sounds like 5 people. You know, kind of like
Ah,
dink, dink,
right.
dink. It's like dink, 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 dink.
Well, we've got to make sure that we get the best possible drink. So you and I should test it together, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
I think I'll have some free time. We've taken care of the giants for the most part now, so
She's definitely not a handsome woman by any means.
but yes, I'll come see you soon.
Oh,
The
excellent.
2 in hand, I think. Lovely to see you again, Orgrid.
Oh, you too, sweetie.
Yeah, I head off into the mines.
Okay. Yeah, so you can hear some like cursing and smashing of rocks and things as you make your way into the mine. It's not that hard to find your sister.
I'll do my best to sit nearby until she's worked out at least some of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be hitting the wall and eventually just like throw the pickaxe down. And if I turn around, do I see you then? Locke?
Yeah, I'll be sitting on a rock or on a minecart or leaning against the wall. Hi.
I'm going to pick up the pickaxe again and kind
Hey.
of twirl it in my hand and say, "Really? Really?"
You might have to be a bit more specific.
You can't even give me a little bit of time to cool off. Not even. Just you decide to come in here and what? What are you expecting to get from this? Again, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? Probably not. Cuz it's Locke. Why would Locke need a plan? Locke doesn't need a plan. Locke's plans just go and do the thing. Right?
Right, but
Right.
then-
So when Lucky has a plan that might actually work and that maybe, just maybe, might work a little better than some, impromptu thing, why would we listen to her? It's not like she's the older sibling. Why?
Well, when I make a mistake, I try and fix it.
No,
That's
no,
what
you
I'm trying
don't,
to
Locke.
do.
When you make a mistake, you say you're sorry, you say it won't happen again, and then lo and behold, it happens again. I am so tired of covering for you. So tired. I have tried my entire life to make sure to keep you alive and safe and, protected from people who want to cause you harm or blame you for the death of our mother. And the only thanks I get is you going off and just doing it all over again. So, you want to tell me what I should do now? Should I just let you? Should I just let you, go ahead and keep making plans? Should I even bother making plans? Go ahead. Now's your time to talk. You may as well speak now before I get really, really mad.
I don't know what to say, Lucky.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for pity, but it's not easy being me.
Really? Really? It's not easy being you? I'm sorry, Locke. Let me play a tune on my tiny violin. On my tiny little lute. You know what? Locke, I know how hard it is to be you. I've been around you my entire life and tried to make your life easier. But you know what? It's not that easy to be me either.
I know, and I'm grateful.
Are you?
Yes.
Then why do you keep pulling the same shit every time?
I don't know.
Tell me.
It's in my nature. It's...
Nature.
I don't know, it's my way of coping. And I don't know what to tell you. It's just... I'm afraid of losing my power.
And I'm afraid of losing my brother.
Right. But if I lose my power, then I'm nothing. I'm no one, and I can't do anything to help anyone. I'm a weakling, and I can't do anything. But the more I embrace it, the more it seems to push you away. And if I don't have it, then I can't protect you, and the more
I don't need protecting, Locke.
But you
I've
do. You
never-
can't take on the world yourself.
Well, you know what? It's a lot harder to take on the world for two people than it is to take it on for my own self by myself. But I do it anyway. And you know why? Do you know why? Because it doesn't seem like you do. Contrary to popular belief, I actually give a shit about some things in this world. Mainly you and the happiness of other people. And every time you go off and you do something stupid, I'm always worried that it's going to be the last time. Every time. I'm worried that I'm going to lose you, just like we lost Mom, just like we lost Twin River. We have searched together to find a home for ourselves. And you're chasing this power that is probably going to end up killing you. Your power doesn't need to just come from this, whatever it is. Just because you look the way that you do doesn't mean you have to embrace this power that is, quite frankly, pulling you away from me. So if that power can protect you better than I can, then go ahead. Embrace it to the fullest.
It can't, no. But it can. But it can't at the same time. You're the only thing that I have left that's the human part of me. And I can't lose you, Lucky. But I'm bound to this power. I don't have a choice. Maybe some of my recklessness is me looking for a way out. Maybe it's better to die than to live as a slave to something else. But then
Don't say that.
I'd be leaving you alone, so I don't know what to do. I'm stuck between these two things, and
I told you I would help you. And you've told me as much as you can, apparently. But then what was that with the rock giant? You went in, you cast this darkness, and you started fighting it on your own. Were you in a trance or something? Or did you just want to play the hero?
The more I embrace my power, the more it makes me feel good. It makes me feel strong. And it's almost like it rewards me the more I embrace it.
You start to close your eyes for a second, Locke, and you hear that sort of dark melody kind of playing in the background that sort of meanders its way into the sound of a voice, and you hear it say, "That's right. That's right. You understand me. And I understand you. That's why you are my chosen."
Locke,
What?
where did you go?
It just speaks to me sometimes.
Who speaks to you? The same thing that made a deal with Mom?
Yeah. I'm bound to it. It was part of the deal, I think.
There's gotta be a way out of it. There's gotta be. You don't have to be bound to it. You don't have to get your power from this thing.
But if I try to find a way out, who knows what it will do.
I'm a cleric. This is what I do. I try to help people, especially in affected by darkness.
I don't know if you can. You haven't felt his presence. It's powerful. It's even maybe Maybe this will help you understand a little bit. And I summon Morianda. Hold it.
No, I'm not touching it.
It might help you understand.
What if it affects me? Do you know what it's gonna do?
I've never let anyone hold it.
I reach out and hold it.
Okay. That's where we're going to take our break.
Fucking scene though. Woo!
Very nice, yeah.
Well done. We're going to take a break, guys. We'll be back in a few. If you have not done so, please follow all these wonderful people and use that Twitch Prime if you haven't done so yet. Consider throwing it their way, please. These wonderful humans and wonderful role players. Go give them a follow. Go give them some love. We'll be back in just a little bit. And if you want to help support Tablestory, go check out the Patreon. We're going to have some big things coming your way from the Patreon. I'm working on some stuff. We're working on some end-of-year stuff in general. That's the best way to show your love for Tablestory and help us keep the lights on. We'll be back in a little bit, guys. Hang tight for more Spark of Eternity in just a few. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Peace.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory Spark of Eternity. Welcome back. We return to, I think, Portinaeus, inside of the longhouse. Ophelia's kind of gone to sleep, and you're sort of getting your bunk ready or whatever, I assume.
I literally just like I saw the bed and it was like like I crashed in it. It was like, you know, when a little child is like tired, like this kind of reminds me, okay, this is just something I quickly want to draw. Every year when I was a kid, I was trying to stay up until 12 for the new year, and my parents would always wake me up after like hit 12, and it's like, well, fuck you guys.
Oh, tragic.
It's like I would always fall asleep.
So you're asleep, are you, man?
So you're asleep.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
So get this and other stories in Mac's new book, Cool Story.
Cool tangent, bro.
It was adorable. So I'm trying to fix the bed, and you know, like when you've got a cat and you're trying to do the bed, I've got a fox version of this. I'm trying to like make my bed, and the fox is just like jumping around.
It's just kind of running around and zipping around.
Look, are you going to make the bed? Because I don't think you're going to make the bed, are you?
You see, like, just the nose poke out from underneath the sheets.
I need to make that flat. Look. Oh my god. I'm gonna like ration. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is. What is this? Meat. It's definitely. I've got meat for you. You want some meat?
Make an animal handling check, please.
Okay. Let me just get off Sir Mosley. 10.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to notice. It's flying around underneath the sheets.
I think after a bit, I just give up.
There's like a gentle snore noise, like a slight squeak coming from Ophelia, like a.
Why do we sleep like that? Why are we so useful?
So it's like one nose, like one nostril is just not, it's just closed and it's making a little whistling noise.
Oh, can I do the thing, where you like pinch the nose for a second to stop that?
Yeah, and Ophelia just.
I'm so like asleep. Like you can wake me right now.
She's flopping around. It's at this point that Silky rushes up onto the bed and does the super fast turnaround, right? Like underneath Ophelia's robe. She hasn't even like gone under the covers. Ophelia just passed out right on top of the bed.
Didn't undress.
Nothing.
Didn't do
Just
anything.
Lying on front, head to the side kind of deal. Right, that's so the sleeping. Right, I'm just gonna like just push the rest of this jerky or whatever just near where Fox was, and I'm just gonna sit on my bed and get open a book, a big red and gold book.
Okay. Take out the book. Does it have any iconography or anything on the front? Any
does.
symbols?
There's this big a black sword going straight down the middle, and then it's crossed over with a chalice at an angle. And as I move my shield around, I've got the exact same symbol on this big golden sun-looking shield.
Okay. You open up your book.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading passage 7 from chapter 6.
Okay. What's that one about?
It's about a leader who completely lost control of his fortification. His own men were rebelling against him, and he cast some sort of spell and rose out to the middle of the fortification and boomed out in a big voice something really powerful and poetic, and they all followed him. And they fought off an invasion of things that were trying to kill them. It's a very moving passage, Wack.
Yes.
It's from the teachings of Bane.
Interesting. As we meet the cleric, Portineus. Meanwhile, back in the mine, Lucky, you reach out, and as your hand starts to reach out to grab the halberd that represents Morihanda, you can you feel colder. It feels colder on your fingertips, the hand that's reaching out, and you notice that it's your hand looks like it's reaching into shadow as it starts to encircle the shaft of the halberd, and the mine sort of goes quiet. Everything is sort of still. You hear a sort of dark melody sort of playing, very, very dully in your periphery. Do you grab Morihanda?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Okay. As you do, everything goes dark. There are no lights that are sort of coming in from the entrance of the mine. Just that sort of really subtle, sort of dark melody playing. And it's very intense, and it's making you sort of anxious, not being able to see all of these minor features that you could see in the mine from torchlight, from the daylight that was still coming in through the entrance of the cave. You just see darkness. You can still sort of hear Locke's voice, but a almost complete darkness envelops everything as you grab the halberd. It looks like complete darkness, but after a while, maybe 5-10 seconds, your eyes start to focus in, and you see the barest hint of what looks to be the night sky. But the stars are barely visible. They're barely there. They're there, but it takes concentration. It takes intense focus for you to see them. It's an uneasy feeling, for certain. What do you do?
Locke?
I'm here.
What is this place?
I don't really know.
But you've been here before. Right?
Yes, no, I don't. Are we here? Are we just seeing this? Are we just.
You tell me. This is
I don't know.
okay. Um
I understand a little better now. This is what's within me. This is what I'm connected to. This is what has power over me.
this darkness, it's not a thing, it's just a place.
Can't it be both?
I thought it was a creature, an entity, a figure.
There is. And I don't
So-
know if this is somewhere they made or somewhere they linger, or this is a place that they use to communicate through or with me. I don't know.
How could Mom
She
go
didn't know.
for something like this?
She couldn't have known.
Give me a perception check, please. Lucky. At 11. Okay. There's a lot of, at night when you're trying to sort of walk around, but it's like a new moon, so there's not even really any like wane light that's making its way in through your window. But you try, like, you can feel your eyes trying to adjust. You can feel your eyes sort of trying to sort of overcome the darkness. But there's just not enough light. You just can't freaking see anything. Your eyes are still just trying to focus in and trying to make sense of the darkness. And it's almost like you can sort of see the stars moving ever so slightly, shuffling. You can sort of barely get the hint of maybe some slight differentiations in color in the darkness, but it's so negligible that it's almost playing tricks on your mind. Like it's just at that point where your eyes are unable to grasp what's happening.
Can you see better than I can in this place? You can all see better in the dark, but
Yeah, I can see better than almost anyone in the darkness.
so can you see more than I can here? Because I don't see very much.
For you, Locke, I think the darkness has always been reminiscent of long hair. And it seemed as if the stars were almost like jewels beset in the hair. But you never sort of caught a glimpse of a face or anything. Just a sort of landscape of moving, sort of almost with like a purplish sort of hue. But again, it's just barely there. It's the barest hint of color. And some dark blues and such. But it's always come across that way to you.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's not like it's a place that you could really describe to people. It is almost like it's somehow both a place and a person. The darkness is It's like their hair,
Here.
and the stars are like jewels woven through them. But can you feel the power this place has?
It's just creeping me out. You can't break yourself from this place? Is the deal Mom made really that strong, powerful?
I think it's second only to. Well, they always say that the firstborn holds a lot of power. And I guess I was a very close second. I think the bond is very strong. Have you seen enough? Do you understand?
I'm just gonna look around and speak a little bit more loudly, and if you do anything to hurt him, or if you take him away from me, I promise you'll regret it. And I'm gonna let go of Morihanda.
Okay. Nothing seems to respond to you. You let go. And for probably a little too long to make you feel comfortable, the darkness remains as you sort of let go of Morihanda. You're, I guess, sort of expecting it to just kind of fade away almost instantly. It doesn't happen. It takes a little bit of time.
No, does it? I'm very selfish. I know that's somewhat obvious, but I want to be reckless, but then I also want you to just let me be reckless and understand, and I want it all for me, and I sometimes forget about you. I get caught up in my own darkness, and I forget that it touches you as well, and I'm truly sorry, Lucky. I do love you.
I love you too.
So just please put up with me at least for a little longer, and find a way to forgive me, maybe.
Just try to resist it a little, maybe. For me, not to the point where it's going to hurt you, but maybe to the point where it won't hurt me.
I promise, I'll try.
Okay.
Make Morihanda disappear. So, shall we get some food?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go then. Oh, and do you have any alcohol? I may have promised Aubrey that I had to make her tell me where you were, so.
Yeah, I didn't quite think that one through.
Well, you know, I have my charms.
Yeah. I'll find something. Okay.
Does Never mind.
What? Come on, you've already told me enough here. You may as well not hold back now.
Don't think I'm quite brave enough to tell you this just yet. Later, I promise.
Okay. All right. Just. Yeah, okay.
Don't worry. It's not putting me in any danger or anything.
Somehow I doubt that. But. Like I said, I'll put up with it for a little longer, but I do need to protect myself here, Locke. And I'd do anything for you. I just don't know what else I can do.
Do you think you could forgive me of almost anything?
Sure. I mean, I've seen some of the shit you've done. Yeah, I've forgiven you for it, so. I mean, there's not much else I haven't seen, I don't think. Not at this point. Did you do something? If it's something I need to cover for you in the town, I need to know probably now.
No, it's just something I did some time ago before we came here, and it just eats at me a lot. And I think that guilt just sometimes drives me a bit to my recklessness. You know.
Okay.
I just haven't told anyone, and you're the only person I can tell, but...
Well, what did you do? Did you steal something important, or like, does it have to do with those two siblings and the noblemen?
Oh, no, I don't regret that at all. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it kind of was, actually.
No, it's to do with Mother.
What? Sorry, I shouldn't jump to conclusions.
No.
What happened? I was at the temple, so I mean.
Right, and there was the fire, and...
Yeah. And you were there and you helped put it out, right?
Yeah. Well, it was mostly out when I got there. It happened while I was away, but...
Right. Okay.
It was my fault, Lucky.
No.
What?
No. We went over this. Locke, no. This... We can talk about this later. We don't have to talk about this right now. We already went through this. Mom
It just eats at me, and...
No. You told me. You convinced me that it was an accident. That you had nothing to do with it. Don't.
You said you'd forgive me of...
Don't tell me it was your fault, Locke.
Oh.
Don't tell me it was your fault.
You know that I made my money in less than savory ways. And I was always careful. I never hurt anyone who I didn't think deserved it. And then someone wanted me to hurt some people who didn't deserve it. And I told them no. And then they...
Who was it?
It was... Bowden.
Bowden.
Yeah, the man I killed. Him and his friend. I killed him, set him on fire. The ones I said were trying to kidnap you. That was a lie. He did it. To get back at me because I told him to go fuck himself. And he didn't like being told no. And I should have been more careful. I should have. I should have been more careful. And because of me,
Mom is dead.
and I lied to you.
You told me I was not safe. You told me... Wow.
I
Wow.
never wanted to lie to you, but how could I tell you?
Wow.
And I thought, well, maybe now you'd understand. You see that darkness. You know how hard it is for me to just...
You
said you'd forgive me.
You
I
killed
just-
them though, right?
Yeah,
You said they were trying to kidnap me.
I had to tell you something.
Yeah.
You're the good one, and I don't think you just accepted me.
The good one? What does that even mean, Locke? What does it matter when our fates are always intertwined?
I don't know.
What's the point in being the good one if I can't do anything to help you?
But you do help me.
Do I? Again, like, I don't understand. I don't understand this darkness either. And now you're telling me.
Without you, Lucille, I'd be lost to the darkness. You're my light. You're the only thing that keeps me here. Without you, I'd be lost to it. And so those people who said it was my fault, they were right to blame me. But it's not what I wanted. You know I loved Mom. More than anything.
You didn't set the fire, Locke.
No, but I played my part. And I can't help but think that it's because of what I am that darkness is drawn to me, and pain, and sometimes I think you'd be better off without me, but
No, don't even say that. Don't speak that into existence. Don't even think it.
But if I hadn't,
Nope.
if I'd listened
Nope.
to you, and I'd,
You know what? If you had listened to me for everything, things would be very different, sure.
yeah,
But there's only so much we can do, right? Mom's gone. We're here in this shithole town. And we just have to keep on going.
you understand that
What? Tried your
I
best?
I hate what I am.
It's not your fault.
Doesn't change it though. But I need to be what I am, or well, I don't have a choice, really, do I? So I try to make the best of it, but every time I do, I feel like I just,
Look, we never even had a funeral for her.
I know. But I buried her. What was left?
I'm gonna need a bit more time, I think.
I should have told you sooner. But I
Yeah.
just couldn't bring myself to do it. I was scared I would lose you. Because no one understands what it's like to be me. No one knows the darkness that I carry within. They can't feel it. They don't know the reality of it, but I think you understand at least a little now.
I don't know if seeing that darkness made me understand more or made me more confused, but it definitely reinforced the fact that I can't leave you.
Yeah, like I always say, it's complicated.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did come here to try and cheer you up. But
Never works out the way that we want to.
exactly.
I'm definitely going to need a bit of time to process all this. I'm definitely going to need a bit of time to mourn again. But for now, we need food. And I am tired and emotionally drained. And I'm sure Lyra is frustrated with me yet again for being so moody and unhappy. So
I'm
we're going to
sorry.
try, as I promised her, to remember the good things and the happy things and Mom in a good light. And we're going to go get some food. Would you like to join me? Please just say yes.
I love you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I know.
Let's get some food. Then we'll talk about the good times with Mom.
I'm gonna head back to the longhouse.
Okay. I think we're going to end the session early today. I think we're going to end it right there. Feels kind of like a good point to just kind of end today. And Katie's not here, and yeah, it was a good RP. I think it just feels like a good spot to wrap things up for today there.
Yeah, we just get some applause for like.
Yeah, that was good.
Nauticus. Like,
That was good.
that was really good.
Well done.
They love
That was
each
good.
other. They're gay.
That was good. That was good. Yeah. It just felt like a good spot to just kind of end it there. I like ending on that note. So yeah. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs to wrap things up. Let's start with Zagonicus, please.
Hey everyone, I'm Zagonicus. I played.
Hi everybody, I'm Zagonicus.
I'm Zagonicus. I played Locke, the Tiefling Warlock, who battles with his. He's a demon who battles with his inner human, which is a juxtaposition of a human who battles with his inner demons. And yeah, I didn't know when some of this stuff was gonna come out, and then this just felt like it kind of felt like now, or it just wasn't gonna happen because I don't know. There's just that weird conflict. Conflict is kind of a theme with this character. So, and then it won out and he went for it. And he's lucky that his sister is so awesome. And I'm lucky that Vandy's such an awesome RPer because she made that fucking incredible. If you guys want to see more of my RP, make sure you follow here on Tablestory. I'm here on Saturdays as well, where I play Gilsolis Meder, who is a guy who shoots guns at stuff, and well, that show's just starting, so make sure you check it out. The VODs are available on YouTube. You can catch up nice and quickly. It's great. It's cyberpunk and it's awesome. And then on Mondays, up until this point, I have played Billy the Chimp. And depending on what happens tomorrow, I may either continue to play Billy the Chimp, or maybe there will have to be someone new introduced as my character there. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to find out what's happening with Billy. I'm like excited to see what's happening, but I'm also shedding my pants because I fucking love my character. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I love you all dearly, and I'll see you all soon.
Thank you, Peachy.
Hey guys, you got to see a little bit of Pontonius. So stick around if you want to see more, because we haven't interacted with Lucky yet. She's probably good because she's not in the best of moods right now. But hopefully she'll be better after that fucking 2 scenes. That was 2 scenes because there was a break in the middle. That was 2 fucking.
A lot is what it was.
I'm the meme here, so I don't really get to partake in any of that stuff. So if you like a meme, come follow me on twitch.tv/PGPixelate. Tomorrow, my streaming PC died. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be building my PC with new parts to fix the shit that exploded. And if there's enough time after it's fixed, then we'll play some games over there. So. Also in 3 RP shows, this one, Crash City, which was yesterday, and on Thursdays, Ragtags. I'm just the meme. I'm just the meme, okay? Billy the meme. He's just sleeping.
Thank you, Peachy. Vandy.
He's sleeping!
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Vandy. I played Lucky for you today. I don't know about you guys, but that, like, completely drained me. Like, I don't show that much emotion in real life, so I'm fucking tired. Like, but if you want to see more of my shenanigans, less heavy stuff, more actual memery, you can follow me at twitch.tv/omgvandy or on Twitter. You can also find me. I stream on Saturdays on my channel, and I also stream here on Sundays, and on Mondays I stream on Encounter Roleplay, and we're wrapping up our season. I think actually this coming week, tomorrow is our next, no, it's our last episode. That's it. And then we're done. So if you want to see a wrap up of a really cool thing, check it out. Otherwise, please use your Twitch Prime on the Tablestory channel. You can get a sparkly turnip. That's pretty rad.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mac?
Hi. If you like cats, because that's technically me, because I don't exist, they always take over my stream. You can come to my stream, because whenever I put them off, just come right back. Don't you? But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/Maquanas. As I said, I'll be playing some Smash and probably some more Pokemon. And yeah, just cats. A lot of cat, right?
Which one is that?
This is Kipo.
Kipo?
Like the Twitch dogs.
Yeah.
Twitch totally did not name him.
He's, I mean, he looks like, I mean, Jesus Christ. He's hugging the shit out of you.
Yeah. He is really, like, he loves sitting, like, whenever friends of mine come by, he goes in on the shoulder, like, just on the shoulder.
On their shoulder or on yours?
Not on there. Sometimes on mine, but I'm a little...
That must be fun. Hey, guys, come on in. Ah!
They're used to it. It's fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Mac. I'm Wacksteven, and I have been your DM of Doom today. More like conductor of some excellent RP. Well done by everybody today. Good job. We got an opportunity to meet Peachy's new character because he absolutely hated Sir Mosley and wanted to get him off the show.
I also see you're lucky to you starting at level 6, Peachy.
Yeah, that was his secret motive. That's the reason he actually wanted to make a new character.
Actually, I said it as level 5, and Wack was like, no, you're level 6. So
Yeah.
Aw.
Because he knew. He just knew. He's like, I know Wack. I've made enough characters with Wack to know that if I fake being humble with the level, that Wack will automatically give me that level 6.
I'm so bad at faking being humble. I have merch.
Thanks everybody for tuning in today. Sorry you had the session just kind of go short. It just felt like a good stopping point, and it was kind of emotionally draining after the RP, so I feel like it was just a good stop. Regardless, thank you everybody for watching. Tomorrow we've got ourselves a pretty big episode of Judge Dredd, the Sector 49 show. It's going to be an interesting episode, the start of a new arc in that show. So make sure you come on by. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. Eastern. Sorry. And Tuesday we got Darkfire, which is going really well, and that's at 5 p.m. Eastern with Brad DMing. And Thursday we got Ragtags, and hopefully we'll see you guys there for that. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, chat. We love you. Much appreciated. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for participating. Thank you so much. Thank you to Peachy. Thank you, Vandy. Thank you, Zgoticus. Thank you, Mac, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Peace out. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Maybe.